Welcome everyone to a grammar tutorial on negative statement and contractions. So, to begin with, we'll talk about negative statements. So a negative statement, as we previously had stated, it is a statement. So a statement is it explains or tells you about something and some information as a subject and a predicate. Now, the difference between a statement and a negative statement is uh, in this statement, in order to make it negative, it has to have the word not. So as you see here, it has to have the word not. And that usually comes after the verb. After, especially as we deal with the am, is, and are, it would come afterwards. So it would be like am not, is not, are not. So um, here we have an example statement. And the statement is, it's telling us information. My cousins are happy with their names. So if we want to make this a negative statement, again, we look for the verb am, is, or are. And here we have cousins, the subject. So then the predicate are starting here. My cousins are not happy with their names. So we put not after are. So it makes it a negative statement. So next example, here we have another statement. I am ready to change my name. I am ready to change my name. So we have the subject I and the verb am. So we got to make the negative. So it goes subject, verb, and a negative. So we go I, here's the negative statement. I am not ready to change my name. I am not ready to change my name. So we put not after am. Okay. Now, along with these negatives, we also can shorten it and make it a contraction. Okay. But we'll get into that shortly. Now, we got to choose the correct negative statement, the arrangement here. So we have my cat's name is Inky. So again, we have to find the verb first. So we know my cat's name is Inky. So what is the correct way to make this a negative? Is it my not cat's name is Inky? My cat's name not is Inky? Or my cat's name is not Inky? So looking here, again, you have my cat's name is Inky. So here's the verb is, because our subject is name. So verb is, so we have to make it a negative. So subject, verb, and a negative. So the correct answer would be this third one. My cat's name is not Inky, because we have the negative not after the verb. Let's look here at the next one. Tiny is a good name for a dog. Tiny is a good name for a dog. So looking here, Tiny is not a good name for a dog. Tiny is a good name for not for a dog, or Tiny not is a good name for a dog. So which is the proper way for the negative? Well, let's look for the verb is, am, or are. Here's is. So the negative would go here, and the only one that has the negative right after is the first one here. Okay. So as I stated before, a contraction is a way to shorten the way to say two words. So we'll start with the negatives. We have is not. And to shorten that, we combine the two words and put an apostrophe instead of the O. We take the O out and put isn't. Are not, aren't. So again, you take out that O and put the apostrophe instead of not. So aren't and isn't mean the same as is not and are not. And then I just want you to recall and remember is or is not or isn't is the same as one person. Are not, aren't mean the same for two people and you. So if you're using two people or one person, you're going to say is or is not, and two people and you are or are not. And then always you always use am or am not. Okay, so let's get some practice here. So you're going to see in your grammar assignment, we blank able to find Inky. So you have to look at the subject we. So is it isn't or aren't? Well, we is two people, right? So which ones do we use with two people? The correct answer is aren't. because isn't is one person. So we is aren't. Next one. Cats. Easy to find. Cats blank, easy to find. So isn't or aren't. What is our subject? Cats. This is who we are talking about. So one or two cats. Well, the fact that it's an S means it's two. So what do we use for two? Yes, aren't. So that'll bring us to an end to the negatives and contraction, and you will now get a chance to get started on your assignment. So please keep an eye out for the next grammar tutorial. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good day.